Hi, this is John Gabriel, and I'm really excited today because I just made raw chocolate for the first time in my life. And when you make raw chocolate, when you see how easy it is and how incredibly delicious it is, and if done right, how healthy it is, it's a really exciting thing. So let's just talk about chocolate for a second. Now, everybody knows chocolate is, quote, bad for you, it makes you fat, all these things. Everybody knows it's a junk food, but why is that? Why is chocolate bad for you? Why does it make you fat? Well, it's not just about the calories. In general, with food, it's not so much about the calories, but the hormonal effects of the food you eat. So most chocolate uses just processed table sugar, which elevates your blood sugar very quickly, which causes an exaggerated insulin response, and insulin's the fat-making hormone. So you get an extra amount of fat-making hormone in your body. That causes you to gain weight. Also, the processing of the chocolate, because it's very, very high temperatures, it corrupts the fat. And because it corrupts the fat, it can cause inflammation in your body. And the inflammatory hormones also can cause you to gain weight. But if you make chocolate right, and this is basically raw chocolate where we're using organic, unsweetened cacao, which is very high in antioxidants, which is essential for cleaning out your body, neutralizing free radicals. We're using organic cocoa butter, and we're only heating it very slightly in a double boiler, not so much that the fats get corrupted, so it still is a healthy fat. And healthy fats really are essential. And as a sweetener, we're using coconut palm sugar. Now, coconut palm sugar is not as bad as processed table sugar because it doesn't elevate your blood sugar as quickly. It's also easier on the digestion. It's simply not as processed as sugar. So because of that, you don't get as exaggerated an insulin response. You don't get the same inflammatory effect that normal sugar has. And it can even be slightly anti-inflammatory, which is really, really great. So coconut palm sugar is not a bad sugar to use. Also, we're using nuts and seeds and things that will also help stabilize your blood sugar. So in one of them, we're using chia seeds, which is very high in omega-3s, and that helps stabilize your blood sugar. Another one, we're actually using no sugar at all. We're using a combination of chocolate and carob, and the carob is a little bit sweet, and so there's absolutely no sugar whatsoever. But I'll just tell you a little bit about how to make them. But first I'll tell you what we have. We have just this is just plain chocolate. We've got one with almonds. We've got one with chia seeds and vanilla and a little bit of coconut. We've got a crunchy chili one. It's a little bit spicy, and it's got cacao nibs, which are just little crunched up pieces of cacao. And then again, we've got this one that's a combination of carob and chocolate that's got no sweetener whatsoever. They're super, super easy to make. The basic base recipe of just the plain chocolate is 50 grams of cocoa butter. And we're going to take 50 grams of cocoa butter and 1 tablespoon of coconut palm sugar and put it in a double boiler until it melts just a little bit. Stir it up. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of unsweetened organic cacao and mix that together. That's your basic chocolate recipe. Now that will make 6 to 8 servings, and these servings are just from a mold that we got where with the little heart shapes, you can get any shape, but it's basically about a tablespoon of the chocolate mixture that goes into a serving, and that makes about 6 to 8 servings. Really, really yummy. And then it's real easy to add other ingredients. So for the almond one, we're just putting 2 tablespoons of crunched up almonds in the mixture and then putting it in our mold. So for the coconut chia one, we're going to put 1 tablespoon of desiccated coconut in there, and 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and just mix that in, and then we're going to put it in our molds. Then for the chili chocolate crunch, we're going to take our basic chocolate recipe. We're going to put 2 tablespoons of cacao nibs, a 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and just mix that in, and then we're going to put that in our mold. And for the chocolate carob crunch one, which is this one here, which remember has no coconut palm sugar, it's got no sweetener at all, in addition to cocoa butter, we're going to put 1 tablespoon of carob powder and 2 tablespoons of cacao nibs. We're going to mix that in. You put them in your molds. You put them in the refrigerator for about 5 or 10 minutes till it's hard. Pop them out, and they're good to go, and they're really, really delicious. Kids love them. They're a much healthier option for so many different reasons. A healthier fat. They've got nuts and seeds. Some of them, if you put chia seeds, they've got omega-3s in them to keep your blood sugar stable. It's a healthier sugar. It's got antioxidants. It's turning a sweet, which is normally bad, into something that's healthy and nutritious. So I encourage you. I'm really excited about how easy it is. I've never done it before. This is going to be something I'm going to do all the time. It takes 10, 20 minutes, and they taste great. So definitely try it out. Your body will thank you. Your family will thank you. Your kids will love you for it. And and you'll be the hit of the neighborhood too. So have fun making them, and even more fun eating them. So enjoy.